right, 35, 36 seconds. Yeah. Somewhere around there. I'm going to college. Yeah. And college is a great place to go. You find out a lot of new things and new meaning and stuff. And I found a new meaning for the term broke. See, previously, I thought that broke just meant that you had no money in your bank account. But recently, going to college, I found out that broke meant that you had no money in your bank account, no money in your wallet, no money in your pocket, no money in your couch, no money in your roommate's wallet, no money in his pocket, no money in his girlfriend's purse. There's no money anywhere. You know what I mean? And, let's see. I found myself, my brokest moment, everybody knows the brokest moment, right? My brokest moment, I found myself that trying to buy a McChicken with a handful of change that I collected throughout the day. But I hadn't accounted for the tax on the 99-cent McChicken, so I didn't really have enough for that. And they told me they couldn't give it to me because they said, according to them, they don't serve McChickens or drunken lunatics at IHOP at 2 a.m. in the morning. So I did what any logical person would do. I drove home to go get some money, but I was feeling a little wasted, so I pulled over to the side of the road and had my friend come pick me up, and I crashed at his place for the night. Yeah, he was nice enough to even let me sit in the back seat of his car and read me my Miranda rights before he drove me home. Yeah. He was a pretty nice guy, though. He actually ended up helping me pass my first round of tests in college. And it was that night, in fact. He told me I tested positive for alcohol, cocaine, Molly, heroin, let's see, Viagra, Rufalin, and birth control. So I'm not sure what that was about. But then he just threw me my keys and told me I could go. He said I was good to go, So I asked him, I said, am I a free man? He said, yeah, we got bigger fish to fry. You didn't test positive for THC, so we're just going to let you go. Oh, yeah. I did pass that, though. Yeah, I didn't have any THC in my system because I used my cousin Kirkland's fake pee that he gave me. And the joke's on the cop because I did that, but also the joke's kind of on Kirkland because he overdosed and died later that night. But at least he wasn't pregnant, right? It was all that birth control. And the obituary the next day said that he died of old age, which I think it was because of all the drugs that he was on. Because he was only 24 years old, so that was kind of weird. I'm not actually a big fan of weed. I don't do any weed. That's my friend Jeff. He does that. And I asked him, I said, hey, Jeff. I'm Chet, by the way. I said, hey, Jeff, why do you smoke weed all the time? And he said it helps him deal with his multiple personality disorder. Everybody's always saying that he has another personality, but I don't know what that's all about because I've never seen it, and I'm with him all of the time. We spend all the time together. I've never seen it, so I'm not sure where he is tonight, but I think he's coming up next. So if you guys could just give a big round of applause for him. That's my set, so I'm going to come back up. And my other personality, we're going to walk around in here, just kind of rise around. Hey guys, how's it going again? Drove out from Kansas City tonight on I-70. There's a ton of traffic out there because the construction companies go out and apparently they like to get one little car on the side of the road that'll fix stuff up and then set up about 6 or 7 miles of cones that people have to drive by. There's never really much happening over there though. I will say, being from Kansas City, I see a lot of Jayhawk fans. A lot of KU fans in there. And I think that's because it's kind of the only sport we have to hold on to in Kansas City. Because a bad year for KU is only making it to the Sweet 16. While the bad year for the Royals is only winning 16 games. And I am kind of a bitter Royals fan because my dad, he had season tickets my whole life growing up. And that just meant every time the spring and summer rolled around, he was in a really bad mood. But he was never in a bad mood in October. Because they never went there in October. I do enjoy going to Royals games, though. It's a really fun time. You show up to the Royals game, you get your ticket, you find your seats, you brush off the cobwebs, and you sit down. You put your popcorn in the seat next to you, and you kick out your legs because there's nobody sitting in front of you or behind you. You wave to the other couple fans over behind third base. A batter hits a foul ball, and everybody in the stadium has 3 to 7 minutes to go get it before somebody else does. You know, and then you get to the 7th inning or whatever, everybody's sitting there, either bored out of their mind or completely blasted, and some drunk guy trying to start a chant. He's sitting there like, "Let's go Royals!" Right? And you're looking around for this runner, who is this asshole? And then you look and you see it's a pitcher out on the mound. He's been running since the 2nd inning. You know, and he has the best ERA on the team. Hey, but I did figure out the best way to avoid traffic at a Royals game. You know, all you have to do is wait till the end of the 9th inning and leave after the game, because everybody at that point has already been gone for an hour. I do have some pedophile jokes. I like to compare them to Michael Jackson because they start out coming off as pretty creative.
Too soon.
Oh, it's too soon. That's probably like 5 years ago. I was like 10 when that happened. That's true. I do compare them to Michael Jackson though, because they started out coming off as really creative, and then they sort of start to weird you out a little bit, and then they die early. Nobody really laughs at them anymore. Hey, let's go. Let's start out with my pickup line now. I told this one last week. I go, hey, aren't you that girl from the team ball? They're like, do you want to be? Do you want to be? Yeah. I tried online dating instead. You know, I went online. And I got bored of it, though. I couldn't find anybody I liked, because apparently none of the online dating services had a kids menu. I got over that real quick. You know, I'm a really normal guy, though. I'm a big fan of Mary-Kate and Ashley. I had a huge crush on them, but that got old after the first 2 seasons of Full House. Hey. I went over to a trip the other day, which was pretty easy because it was only 3 feet away from my bed. She doesn't have a cell phone, a smartphone, or a pager. She just has a baby monitor that I listen to sometimes. And she's always whining. You know, girlfriend's always whining. I never know if she's hungry or tired or she needs to be burped. You guys ever watch Full House? You guys see what everybody sings Full House. Whatever happened to me, never happened to you. You guys ever think about the premise of that show? It's 3 men living in San Francisco with 3 little kids, 3 little girls. And you got to think about, statistically in San Francisco, at least one of the 3 guys has to be gay, right? 1 out of 3. And you think about Uncle Joey, he's the cool guy, he comes in with the guitar, he sings for the ladies, he brings all the chicks by. And Danny Tanner's just the dad, you know? He does the same thing. He's just looking for somebody to help him take care of his kids. Then you get to Uncle Joey. And then you think to yourself, that's the 1 out of the 3, man. Because Uncle Joey, he never really brings any girls around, you know? He just kind of makes jokes for the little kids. I think he might be a pedophile. But you guys remember the episode where Uncle Joey brought home his girlfriend? Yeah, neither do I. I don't know. It weirds me out a little bit. But they didn't put him in as gay. And they didn't write him in as gay, which I'm not fine with. I would be fine if they had written him in as gay. But I think the fact that they didn't write him in means that since he wasn't bringing anybody around, he must have been a pedophile, right? I was riffing that a little bit. I was watching Full House today and thinking to myself, hey, I can make a joke out of this. I'm just going to go up there and share a little bit. But I did come up with a closer for my routine. You guys got the yeah. So I was asking my deaf friend what I should do at the end of my routine. And he said, what? And so instead, I went and asked my blind friend what I should do at the end of my routine. And he said, who said that? So I ended up going to my mute friend and asking him what I should do at the end of my routine. You know what he said? He said, why are you asking me? I'm a mute guy. Just tell him a joke that doesn't make sense or anything.